Hey guys, if you're tired of shopping on Amazon and the big box stores for cheap quality landscape lighting, then go and check out lightingdoctor.ca, where we only sell premium quality fixtures that we actually install, and you can actually have the chance to go and test it and feel it for yourself with our try it before you buy it offer, where you can get a premium quality landscape light at a discounted rate and go and test it out with a battery pack around your property. Keep it for 14 days. If you love it, you get to keep it at the discounted rate. If not, you send it back for a full refund. And then you just have to buy the lights that you need after that. So go and check out our try it before you buy it lights and see what a real premium quality landscape lighting fixture should look like at lightingdoctor.ca.
Hey, Tyler, thanks for reaching out and sending in your pictures here. I love your house. I love your property. I think landscape lighting is just made for this kind of house, and I will show you some very simple ideas that you could do this. Two of the things I'm going to talk about that you're going to use in this project is one is going to be hex baffle. All this does, it helps deflect glare a little bit, and I'll explain why. And then the other thing is gutter mount. So this is how we're going to light some of the second story features of your house. So if I get into your house, pretty simple. The accent light is going to be my best friend here, and I'll show you where I would use that. And I think the other thing we might want to use is some wash lights here. And so where we would use those is the accent lights. I'm going to use anywhere on the side of the house here to highlight any of the nice white features you have. The nice thing is the house being white, you're going to get a lot of reflective light back down towards if you plant any garden beds or anything like that. So I don't think you're going to have a lot of need for any path and garden lighting. That being said, there will be a place for it if you want to add it, but what I would suggest is start with the uplighting, because that's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, and then you can always add some path and garden lighting as the landscape progresses. So I would use one of those uplights, and when I talk about uplight, I'm talking about this guy here. I would use those at the base of the house here and here, and you probably only want to get those about 18 inches back or so and have them almost shining straight up, because you just want to highlight the front of the house and get as much light up to these top peaks as you can. So I would have one there, and then I would also have one at kind of the corners of both of these windows shining up, so that we're also featuring this area. You don't have to worry about light going in the house. What a lot of people do is they do landscape lighting and they bring the light way back here and have it shining into the window, and you don't want that. You want it fairly close, and you just want it basically uplighting like it suggests, so that you're taking advantage of the nice white trim and siding of the house that you have. And then the other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get one of those uplights up here, because otherwise you're going to have this dark peak up here. And it's actually quite simple to do that. Typically you can just run the wire up the up either the eaves trough or the corner of the siding or whatever, and make your connections in here. Now I'm not sure if there is a gutter here, and there may not be. If there is, you can easily just use this gutter mount. It basically fits right in the gutter, screws to the side of the house, and then the fixture screws in there. If not, it's still easy to mount on here. You can still use that same gutter mount, or basically you get any kind of black mounting bracket that has a 1/2 inch flange, a 1/2 inch thread on it. So the threads on the light are just a 1/2 inch. So you can go to Home Depot or whatever, and you can just get a 1/2 inch flange or a 1/2 inch mounting bracket or whatever it is, mount it to the side or the front of the roof here, and then mount that fixture right in there and have that shining that second story peak. And if you have a gutter to hide the wire, that's perfect. If not, you can even get white 18 gauge wire that you can have just running to that one light, which is super easy to hide anywhere here. So that's how I would do that section. In this little peak in here, I would probably use a wash light. The only reason I would use a wash light is because it's not as bright, it's not as intense, and in a little dark area like this, it is going to be fairly dark, so you don't need a lot of light. But one of those wash lights in here, kind of the same principles, close, and just highlighting this section. The reason I like using a wash light too is because you have a higher intensity light here and a lighter intensity light here, so you're kind of creating different levels of lighting throughout the property. And then I would also have those uplights on all 4 of these pillars here. Now the only thing you want to do here is I would definitely throw in these hex baffles. So this basically just fits right underneath the lens here, and all it does is as you're walking in and out of the house, it helps deflect that glare so that that light's not shining in your eyes. So I would put 4 of those on all 4 of these pillars to really accent them, have those hex baffles in to help deflect the glare so that anywhere you're walking on this front porch, it's not shining into your eye. And then I would use one of those wash lights again on this top section of the house here to highlight this second story dormer for sure. And that's pretty much what I would stick with. And the only other thing you may want to add down the road is some path lighting, and the way I like doing that, and it depends if you have beds here or paths. I don't think it really matters, because really all we're trying to do is create some uplighting, some downlighting, different levels of light. But if you have an accent light here, you may throw 1 or 2 path and area lights kind of in the middle. You have your uplight, 1 or 2 path and area lights, you have your uplight. Again, this is a darker area, but you're lighting this. You may have a path light in here, and then same thing. You have an uplight, maybe a path light, uplight, path light, uplight, path light. But that's something you can always add later. I think if we size the transformer properly, and like you're saying, if there's more backyard stuff, you may want to use a separate transformer, or you may have enough room to easily add to the front transformer. So anyway, there's some ideas for you. Pretty simple. If you were just start with this, I would go with 4. You're basically 9 up lights and 2 wash lights, 11 lights to do the whole project. And I think you'd get an amazing bang for your buck there. So if you'd like me to put together a kit for you based on that, Tyler, please let me know. All right, thanks.
This is our most commonly used transformer because it's such a well-built yet economically efficient transformer, and it comes with a 15-volt tap, which all that means is that you can put more lights on here and run more wire without running into any voltage issues or any wiring issues or any issues really with your lights not working. And we actually go and help you size these properly, but it's a great transformer that we tie in with a very simple Wi-Fi app and Wi-Fi device to make this totally user-friendly from anywhere in the world, from your phone, your laptop, or any smart device. So you can easily add 20 to 25 lights on this single transformer without running into any issues. And if you're wiring it correctly, you can even often put up to 30 lights on here without really running into any issues. But if you need any help with that, that's why we offer our free consultation series. So to go and access that, go to lightingdoctor.ca and send us some pictures of your property where we can actually go and help you design, choose the best lights, what size transformer, wire, connectors, and everything to use for your landscape lighting project. So go and check that out at lightingdoctor.ca, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you guys got some great tips, and I hope you guys take advantage of your own free video consultation where you can send me a few pictures of your property, and I'm gonna get back to you with your own personalized video presentation with all kinds of tips and tools of how to go and light your own property. So to get that, go check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or just email me a few pictures of your property at cal@lightingdoctor.ca.